Dilemma number 2. I feel insecure about the fact that my boyfriend has had too many ex-girlfriends. Hey girls, I fell in love and I've been dating the guy for 6 months now. He makes me feel very secure about a relationship, but I can't help feeling insecure about the amount of ex-girlfriend he has. I'm 24 and he's 29 for reference, but whereas I've been single the most of my 20s, he has always been in relationships and therefore has had so many more exes than me. I can't help comparing myself to them, and it simply makes me feel so insecure. Many of them also live in the same city as us, so sometimes he still bumps into them when he goes out. This insecurity has already caused so many fights between us and is really affecting our relationship. What advice would you give me?
Advice I would give, and I think this is quite a common problem in relationships. It sounds like to me she's probably has some trust issues rooted in her, probably from previous relationships.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And like I've been there as well. Most girls have when you come out of a relationship that maybe you got cheated on or like whatever caused the trust issues. You then bring all of that in, like you can't help it, but you bring that all into the next relationship. And I honestly have to thank Sam so much for how patient he was with me at the beginning to relearn how to trust a boy.
Yeah.
But the advice I would give to her is to be very careful with that, because a lot of boys won't be patient, and like that will you will basically sabotage your own relationship by not trusting. If everyone has a past,
and even if he is patient, I feel like damage can still be done
for sure. But I feel like she needs to not behave like that unless he himself is giving, like, people have exes, like that's not a reason to not trust someone, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's just,
I agree,
just living life.
I think like also it's normal, you need to know it's normal to have exes, like especially he's 29. I mean, not everyone has been as lucky or maybe unlucky, depends what perspective you look at it, to have had like a 7-year long relationship, you know what I mean? Maybe he's been unlucky in relationships, like you don't know, like it's normal for everyone to have a past. So you can't judge him for having a past.
No, but I do see why, like if it were me, I'd be like, why has he had so many exes? Like, you know.
Yeah.
I guess it depends what you consider an ex, but also that's must have been quite short relationships. Quick turnarounds as well.
That's true, quick turnarounds, and also
like one to the next.
Does that mean you have commitment issue?
Yeah.
Commitment issues, sorry.
Yeah, no, I could see
it sparks other questions.
As a girl, I could see the way that it would make you think for sure.
Yeah.
But again, until there's a reason, specifically something that's happened in your relationship with him, not someone else's.
Yeah.
Then you just have to be like trusting, I feel.
Yeah.
As hard as it is.
I know. I think unless he gave you a reason not to trust him, you should just trust him for now.
Because otherwise you sabotage yourself. Yeah,
and I mean, I know it's not fun that like him or you know, you guys still bump into those girls, but like, I mean, what can you do? Move?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can, but that's a bit.
But you know what? You're the one dating him now, so.
Yeah, you need to know, like, he chose you now, not the other girl.
Yeah.
Exactly, and like, stop comparing yourself.
Yeah, don't compare yourself.
No.
That's never good. Especially to exes, I mean, goodness me.
Yeah, no, they're an ex for a reason. That's what you need to know, like, they are an ex for a reason. Obviously, it didn't work out between them.
No. Clearly not.
Yeah. And also, like, your boyfriend should really, if you really have issues with that, you should talk about it to him, and he should reassure you. And also, at the end of the day, in all honesty, or you get over it, or you break up.
I agree.
But you can't keep whining about it.
No.
Because that's how it will come over for him. You will whine.
Yeah, and boys get fed up with that, especially when they've done nothing to make you not trust them, but it's just your own issues. I mean, could you imagine? That would drive me mad if a boy was doing that to me.
That would fucking exhaust me.
You know, like, it's not their response. I mean, yes, they probably care about and love you and they'll put up with it for a bit, but it is not their responsibility to reassure you to the end of the world over and over. Like, they can do it. They can only do it so many times.
Yeah, confidence comes from within yourself. Yeah. I just looked up on Google. According to Google, above 10 exes are too many exes. So the acceptable amount of exes, according to Google, is 10.
That's a lot.
which is a lot. Like, but also, what do you see as an ex?
It's a big question to know what people consider an ex, because if I think about what I consider an ex, it's only one other person, and it's like, for me, it's like a full on full on thing, like not just like, oh, like we dated.
No, me neither. With me, like, an ex is like someone who I was truly wholeheartedly in love with. You know what I mean?
Like you met their parents, like you did like family hall, like things like this.
Yeah, like a significant person who was for a significant amount of time in my life, and who shook my life to the core. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a good or bad way.
I agree. But because I could consider lots of people exes if I wanted to, but like I'm
not going to consider like a 2-week situationship an ex.
No.
Which some people do, by the way.
But it's not. I don't think that's right, though, personally.
Because I've had that. Once I went like to a party and we're like, oh my god, this is ... X. And I was like, we never even dated.
Someone introduced you as someone's ex.
And they were like, oh, look, this is blank's ex. And I was like,
oh my goodness.
I went on a few dates with him. I wouldn't call that an ex.
No. But I guess I could see why people would consider like a situationship an ex. Especially being an outsider looking into someone else's relationship. Maybe they weren't calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend, but I would, if they were like together, seen together a lot, I would maybe consider that person's ex. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could see that.
Like they used to date. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know. Like you used to see them out together all the time.
Yeah.
So like in your mind, it's, but anyways, we're going way off topic.
But
here. Yeah, so 10, if you have 10 exes, I mean, wow, well done. That's a lot of people though to like fully let into your life. Maybe I'm just not very good at like letting people, like it takes a lot for me to like fully let someone in.
On the top of my head, I'd be like 2.
Same.
I have 2 exes.
Me too. Well, 1.
Well, if I have to count them all, I don't know.
We're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna go there.
We'll leave that for another time. But yeah, so don't compare. Just trust him until he gives you a reason not to. Like,
exactly.
He's 29. It's probably normal how many exes he has, to be honest with you.
Especially boys.
Yeah. At least he's being honest and telling you about his exes. He could just hide them all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Positive. That's even worse. Yeah. Let's see the positive in it.
Yeah.